Hello my people, this is your Redneck from Texas Night, and today we are going to look at the Bruce Lee Golden Harvest set from Arrow Video. Just came out. I'm one of the many with some damage because of the way it's shipped. But it is what it is, folks. That's just how it is. So we're going to get on in this one. Alright, so you've got a J card. Just slide that off. Okay, let's take a look real fast, bring it up close. See, it's got the half bottom. The name of the movies. Synopsis, if you want to take a minute, take a look. And now on the other side, same thing. And like I said, they've made this identical to what the actual box set looks like. So here's the front. And again, this is the Arrow Store exclusive one, so it's yellow. You got different imagery in it. You got the size, Bruce Lee, Golden Harvest, the movies. And on the back, you've got the Game of Death. Okay. And then on the bottom. And then on the top. Yeah, that big old dent. Alright, so let's get on it. There's a lot to this set, folks. But one thing before we even get started with the set is on the inside, if you see that, you got a couple dragons there. And you got some symbols on this side. So, a little bit of detail done there on the box. Okay. Before we get to the movies, we're going to go through the actual things that we got with it. So you get a big book. And this is a huge hunker of a book. Okay. And so I'm not going to do the whole book, but give you the table of contents. Got the big boss. Okay, got some words and things and imagery as well. Okay. Fist of Fury. I love the, oh yeah, especially stuff like that. The Way of the Dragon, also known as Return of the Dragon in the United States. It's just cool. I love seeing this old stuff. Yeah, there you go. The man, Chuck Norris, getting beaten up by Bruce Lee. Okay. Yeah. And then we've got Enter the Dragon. Of course, this has everybody's favorite John Saxon from Nightmare on Elm Street. You guys know I had to bring it up. You know, you got Jim Kelly, John Saxon there. Alright, yeah. The spear and the mirror. Game of Death. Let's see. Yeah, that's the That's the incomplete version. Then you have the completed version. And so, of course, you know, Game of Death 2 is using some archive footage. Bruceploitation films is what they were called. Game of Death 2, again. Bruce Lee, Billy Lowe, archive footage only. Also known as Tower of Death. Yep, there you go. And you got Bruce Lee, the man, the legend, and then Bruce Lee, the legend as well. And these are the special features. They go on about it. I'm not going to there we go, Bruce Lee. Okay, there's a lot more in this book, but I'm not going to go through the whole thing for you. It's part of the fun. Okay, we did get a movie poster. You guys know I love movie posters. So we got The Big Boss and Way of the Dragon, Return of the Dragon. Alright, so we got this little packet. Bruce Lee is dynamite. So let's see what's inside here. There's a lot in here. Oh my goodness. There we go. Whew. So they're movie cards. So you got Bruce Lee, Big Boss, Game of Death, Big Boss, and anything that said Big Boss too, it's actually got the original artwork. That's awesome. So, alright, we got, oh, there we go. Fist of Fury. Like I said, I'm not going to go through every one of them. Leave some entertainment for you. You gotta have fun with it. Okay, we got Way of the Dragon. Which when I was a kid, I mean, all I knew was Return of the Dragon, you know. Yeah. But this iconic fight between him and Chuck Norris, man, that used to get me every time. Alright. And Game of Death. And then him trying to fight poor Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Man, I remember that. And then the last one, of course, you gotta have him kicking somebody. So that's a cool little thing in there. All these little cards. And then we got another little packet of cards too. We didn't even got to the movie yet. We're still on the special extra stuff. That's bonkers. Because there's just so much that they put in this. They really put some thought and ideal in it. Okay, so these are like photos of him. Like, these are real photos too, not just imitation photos. There you go. And like I said, I'm not going to show everything. Okay. That is cool. That's awesome. Alright, folks. Now, we are here for the movies. Some of these I've never seen before. I haven't. So we're going to watch them, you know. But the biggest thing is, like, we got to start with the big boss. The original one. Okay. Oh, we got a card. You know, you always get a card with Arrow because they're always advertising for the next movie. So you got the inside. You got Bruce. Okay. Where's the back? Okay. And each one of these are different. So definitely when I'm showing the back, pause for a second to see what all the special features are. I would be here forever trying to tell you guys every special features in here. So definitely take a look. Biggest thing, this is the 4K edition of it. And this is 1.0 mono on this one. So the original mono that's on it. They got language in Mandarin, English, and Cantonese. And it does have subtitles in English as well. So yeah, it's definitely, this is the 99-minute version of the 1983 version of that. Okay, so there's also the biggest one on here too, though. There's two alternate versions with losses mono out of the English export cut, featuring a rare English cut of the movie, and then you've got the 100-minute US theatrical cut. So of course you've got the Chinese one, and then of course you've got the English version. That's why we have so many different titles. It's different. Okay. All right, we've got the big boss, the Mandarin cut. And I love the artwork. I love how they do that. This is a 4K as well. Like I said, definitely take a second to look at these. I'll give you the highlights. The highlights, of course, it's the 4K version of it. And these all have Dolby Vision HDR10 as well. And this is a 110-minute Mandarin cut with loss of audio. There's also the unrestored scan of the Mandarin cut in 1080p only. So all of these have been restored and redone. That's crazy. That's just nuts. See how technology has got. All right, next up we got Fist of Fury. Oh yeah. Okay. So with this one, there's only one. It's a 4K, of course. There's an alternate English export version of it as well. You have two English mono options and a Japanese mix too. So this one, of course, has language in Mandarin, English, and Cantonese, subtitles in English as well. And this runs 106 minutes. Got the Way of the Dragon, otherwise known Return of the Dragon. in the States. I'm so glad they do artwork in these individuals. Okay. 99 minutes. We have 1.0 mono. And that's on all of these. It's been pretty much that. Mandarin, English, Cantonese, English subtitles. This is 4K, of course, HDR10, Dolby Vision. This has a theatrical cut and the Japanese cut via seamless branching. Okay. And you also have the alternate lossless English mono on it. So, definitely, this is awesome. 99-minute cut. 99 minutes of goodness. Okay. This is the one we all felt kind of got cheaped out on because we couldn't get it because of the copyright. But at least we got one. At least we have it in here. Enter the Dragon. This is the same as the 40th anniversary edition. It is the extended 1999 version, 5.1 surround sound. So at least we get it. Nothing behind it. So they're like, we can't do what we want, so we're just going to give you the bare bones. This is, like I said, if you have this disc from before, it's the same exact one. We are getting a new 4K of it out. It's already out for order. So, just sucks that it couldn't be part of this set, you know. Got the Game of Death. And they went with the same for both. One in orange, one in yellow. Okay, 100 minutes, 4K, Dolby Vision, HDR10. The international cut and Japanese cut via seamless branching. We also have mono audio on both sides. This is only in English. So this is language is only in English because this is a Bruceploitation film after a while. So yeah, definitely, it's definitely worth watching. Okay, we have Game of Death, the alternative versions. Yeah, they went all out on this one. So let's talk about this one. Okay, so this is 90 minutes. Language is in Mandarin and Cantonese, subtitles in English. So no English language on this alternative one. This is the Chinese version of the film. This is only a Blu-ray though. It's just 1080p. And yeah, there's two alternate Cantonese Mandarin versions of this film in HD with different credits. And ending in the reinstated fight with Ji Han Jae is in this one. So definitely worth having. It just, a lot of people, this even says here, a very different version of the film was prepared for English and for Cantonese and Mandarin speaking audiences. So definitely, that's why I love it. And I'm glad it's on its own disc too. Now, here is the catch-22. These 1080p discs though, they're only in region B. So you gotta have a region-free player. Okay, the final Game of Death. Okay. So, this is a video. This is 223 minutes, folks. So this is way longer. It's a video essay about the Game of Death. So there's Super 8 footage, there's an archive interview. And so what it is, it's the Game of Death with all the dailies, the original dailies that Bruce Lee did. So 2 hours of original footage. That is awesome. And again, that is a Blu-ray. So you have to have a region-free player for it. Okay, we've got Game of Death 2. Okay, so this, again, another Blu-ray. This is Game of Death 2, Tower, otherwise known as Tower of Death. So it's the 2K restoration of the international cut of the film, Game of Death 2 by Arrow. It's a high def Blu-ray, again, Blu-ray, region B only, of it, as well as a theatrical cut titled Tower of Death. Tower of Death has some SD in it, it says too. So that's the catch. Of course, audio is still 1.0. This one is English, Cantonese, and Mandarin. And then of course, oh, I forgot to say too, this one is the final Game of Death is English only. So that's a good, like, you know, if they did a Game of Death special edition, like that one. I'm just saying, US, we don't do so well on making these. Okay. And yeah, and there's actually another alternate US version in high def as well. So definitely going to be worth it. Last one is Bruce Lee, the man, the legend, and the legend. I remember when this was its own video. Again, this is region B, so you will have to have a region-free player. This is HD of both films. Of course, you know, we have The Man and the Legend and The Legend itself. The Legend was the one I saw a long time ago. So I'm excited to see Man and the Legend. Not seen that one yet. And there's a... okay. So there is some alternate versions on here. So you've got alternate video version of The Legend with different endings and credits. So there's multiple versions of these documentaries. So you'll definitely want to get it. Okay, folks, that is our review of the Bruce Lee Golden Harvest set. Now, what is my recommendation? Well, you're kind of host, really. You have to have it. You gotta have this set. This is going to be the only way you're going to get all these versions, you know, of the Big Boss, Fist of Fury, you know, Way of the Dragon, you know, Game of Death 2, Final Game of Death, you know, and then these new versions of the documentaries, you know, Bruce Lee, The Man, the Legend, and The Legend. So, what do I recommend you do? Well, you need to get 2 things. Now, this is what's bad, because you can't put it's not all in one box, but you're going to need this set, and then you're going to need the new Warner Brothers Enter the Dragon set that's coming out, because it's coming out with multiple versions as well. So definitely you want to grab that. And so with that being said, this has been our review of the Bruce Lee Golden Harvest set. Go buy this set. Arrow still has it. Make sure you remind them to stop sending it in bad boxes and send it in good stuff. I don't know if Arrow UK is any better, or Amazon UK is any better. Sometimes you can get them there from them, but they can come in the same way. So hard to say, folks. But you have to take your chances. You know, I can deal with a little bitty dent like that. I can deal with that. Because you know what? Everything on the inside's good. All right? All right. You guys take it easy and have a good one. Be good people. I'll see you on the next one. All right, all right, all right.